Anyways, welcome to Little Hill Homestead.
Hey y'all, it's Allie and Sean. Welcome to Little Hill Homestead. What are we doing today?
We are doing tortilla soup. Now, oh man, you think I would have thought of this beforehand.
Oh, yeah.
What was the name of the restaurant in California I went to that we really liked? It's a chain restaurant.
El Torito?
El Torito. And we liked it so much, we moved away and we have not had anything like it since. So this beautiful woman figured out how to make it, and she's going to show you how she did it.
So we make a chicken tortilla soup, and what we like about it is a lot of you guys asked us in 2025 to show you guys freezer meals. Well, this one is one that we figured out if you make a whole batch, it's way too much for our family to eat, and so we do half of it frozen and half of it in the pot for dinner tonight.
And then when we do, I mean, it's a little bit of work to, well, you'll see. I mean,
it's a lot of chopping
to chop, but once you do it, when you put everything in the freezer, the next time we do tortilla soup,
boom,
it's just
throw it in with some water and you're good. Yeah, it's really, really easy. So we have this little nifty, Sean got me this for Christmas for a lot of years ago. I take a gallon Ziploc and I write tortilla soup.
This is the kind of stuff we get each other for Christmas.
I know, I write on it, tortilla soup, add 8 cups of water. That's literally the only thing you have to add to this to make this soup when you are there. I'm going to give you that one.
Okay, no problem.
So the first thing you guys need is chicken. You can either like bake up 2 chicken breasts and shred it in the mixer like I've shown you before, or you run to your local grocery store, Costco, and you buy a rotisserie chicken. Half goes in the bag and half of it's going to go into my pot of water I have going.
We do like the rotisserie a little bit better, but you can even use canned chicken. It kind of loses. It
loses the texture.
It loses its texture. But hey, in a pinch.
You're the bag man.
The bag man.
You're the bag man. So we've been.
And I'm also the counter man, apparently.
Are you throwing it on the counter? It's
yep.
Cool. It's cool.
Yep, it's okay. And if it goes on the floor, we have dogs. But it hasn't
right.
yet.
So we've been freezing this for years and years and years, and really the texture doesn't change too significantly, and it actually cooks a tiny bit faster because the vegetables get soft while they freeze. So it works out really well.
This just a little
okay.
For now.
Yeah. So in my pot behind me, I have 8 cups of water just heating up. And to it, I have added chicken bouillon, 2.5 tablespoons of chicken bouillon. So this one doesn't have that yet, but we're going to add it. In these little dishes, I'm going to add that one to yours.
Okay.
We have a half of a teaspoon of oregano, 1/8 of a teaspoon of cumin, and a bay leaf. That's it. I'm going to dump that into our pot over here.
And whoever gets the bay leaf in the soup is lucky. You don't want to eat it, but
you don't want to eat it, but so we need 1 onion diced. I'll grab half, you grab half.
Okay.
If you don't have a sous chef like I do, I usually keep the pot on one side and the bag on the other, but I was already starting the water because it's getting late. It's already 6:30 at night. It's just been a day. It's always just been a day. It's 1 carrot into each bag. I just cut them into little rings. If they're really thick, I cut them in half so you get little moons. These are the carrots from our long-term storage closet, and they are still perfectly crunchy and amazing. They're holding really, really well. The next thing you need, half of a potato into each bag. So it's 1 russet, also from our long-term storage, you guys, and it's perfect. I did get some old like brown craft paper. It was actually from an Amazon package that got here, and I wrapped each potato in brown paper to hold it.
Oh, it's a piece of chicken.
It's a piece of chicken. You're like, what on earth?
I told you I'll put some on the counter.
Let's see. Okay, tomato paste. I just have a can of tomato paste. I like this recipe because you use half a can in each. So it makes it really, really easy to not waste, because I feel like no recipe actually calls for a whole can. And you always end up with leftovers.
Depends on how many people you're feeding.
That's true.
I mean, you could actually double this recipe if you want to. I mean, we can make several bags of it at one time if we want to. But yeah, for the 3 of us here, we only eat it every
like if you're in
3 weeks or so, and it's soup season because it's cold. So
I was gonna say.
So we'll do another batch this season. When you get summertime, and then it just takes room in our freezer because we don't want to eat soup. So we're doing just 1 for tonight and 1 for later.
But I'd say this can probably last in your freezer easy 6 months. So if it's high season and you have leftover zucchini or stuff in your garden, you could freeze this then.
We'll actually have leftovers, so we'll put the leftovers from tonight in the fridge and heat it up for lunch tomorrow as well.
Yeah. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve.
Tomorrow's Christmas Eve, so we'll heat it up on Thursday for lunch.
1 teaspoon of diced garlic going into each bag. I will have the recipe below for the full recipe, and then you just split it in halves. Pretty easy. Let's see. Okay, the next thing we need is some chipotle and adobo. Chipotle and adobo, I cannot believe I do not have a can of it. I always keep a backup can in our pantry, and I don't have one. It's one of those things that you don't really ever use a whole can, and so what I do is I keep a ziplock of it in our freezer all the time. So I open a can, this just sits in there, and you can break off the pepper you need for any recipe really, really easily. So he's putting that back in the freezer, but half of our chipotle, so it's basically just 2 of those peppers or 1 really big of those peppers because they're multiple different sizes into each bag. If you are not a fan of spice, I would go a little lighter on that, but we don't mind spice in this house. Then we've got, I'm going down, I'm swinging a knife at you. Get your life together, lady. Then we've got, okay, so we have pickle.
I'll set that down.
I'm just going to use it right now.
Go ahead.
We have pickled jalapeno. These are like the nacho jalapeno rings. We can them when we have a boatload.
You can't have them because they're nacho jalapenos.
They're nachos.
This going in?
Yes. It's like maybe a...
You talk, I'll keep working.
Yeah. It's like, how much is in each one? I do a little extra because we really like jalapeno, but it's about...
Not a tablespoon.
It's a little less than a tablespoon, maybe 2 teaspoons. If you don't like heat, just take it down a little bit. We'll show you how to make canned jalapenos this coming canning season when we get some again. The next thing you need, we did the oregano, we did the cumin. You need 1 zucchini going into each one. You can do a half a zucchini too, if it's a bigger one.
I had some big ones this time, but that's fine.
It's fine. We like the zucchini.
I like the zucchini. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I like him.
Yellow squash, same thing. 1 going into each thing. Boom. Bell pepper. We have, we did little bell peppers because they were cheaper to buy, so we did 2 of the littler small ones. If you do a whole bell pepper, it's half an each.
Whatever size you want. I think I did them a little small.
No, I like that size because they break down. So he just cut them into bite-sized little pieces. He's like, bust a move, lady. Then we need the juice of 1 lime into each bag. It adds like a...
Each bag?
Each bag. And, well, each... 1 pot... never mind. You know what I mean.
We're cooking in a bag over here. No, you can't. No, this one doesn't work like that.
Sous vide? Is that what that's called? If you cook in a bag? We're not doing that. Then you need cilantro. It's about a tablespoon of finely chopped cilantro into each container. And you can save a little bit of this as a topping as well. So we'll save a tiny bit of it. We got our lime. We've got our cilantro. That's it, you guys.
Oh, we're saving a little bit for the topping.
Yeah, I'm saving that for the topping.
Yep, I know. I'm with you.
I'm
with you. I'm right here.
That's everything.
I got it. That's everything.
Yeah.
Okay, we're done. Enjoy. No.
That's it. No. So I just take this bag. Sean's going to stir the pot up. I take this gallon Ziploc bag, and zucchini is kind of a weird one. You freeze any kind of squash because it does get soft, but it's going into a soup, so you really do not notice. Same with cilantro. It just kind of falls apart.
I would say that when we make it fresh like this, it is a little bit better fresh. But
it's not hugely noticeable, though, right?
It's not hugely noticeable. It is a very good, right out of the freezer in, like you said, with the, I forget what you said, 8 cups of water?
8 cups of water.
With the 8 cups of water. And it does very well. All you need to do at that point is cut up any kind of accoutrement that you want on top. We like to put in some avocado.
Yep.
Because we love avocado. A little cilantro. But if you want like fresh onion in it or
jalapeno,
fresh jalapeno, because there's some in there, but if you want fresh jalapeno, you still have to do a little bit. But for the most part, you can just put it in there and do it. Sometimes if you have something left over in your fridge, like cabbage, you can shred up a little cabbage. It goes really well in this too. But as far as the freezer meal, you can put this the way we have it set up. You can just heat it up, and you don't need to do anything else. We like to do a little jack cheese.
We like to add some stuff, tortilla strips.
Like that. But those go really quick because this takes a while to do. But once we do it, if you were to make, like 4, and we've done this before.
Yeah.
If you were to make like 4 bags of this, Then it's like tortilla soup tonight. Boom, avocado, a little bit of jack cheese shred. Boom, done.
So to make this,
I'm talking too much.
that's okay. To make this, I do not defrost it or anything. I just get 8 cups of cold water going on the stove. I put the whole, not the whole bag, you empty the bag and contents into the water. It already has your spices and everything, your lime juice and everything. Once it comes to a boil, it's 20 minutes until your veggies are basically soft. That is it. And like Sean was saying, we cut up fresh corn tortillas and we fry them in a little bit of oil to get some crispies on top. We add cilantro, avocado, jack cheese, whatever you want, really.
The jack cheese.
You need to get on that. Just kidding.
So I got about 15 more minutes. So
ours just came to a boil. We're gonna set 20 minutes on our timer.
Is that my volume?
Did I say volume?
No, I did.
Oh.
I always call it volume 4. I call it
volume 4.
This 1936.
38, I think. I don't remember.
This oven has that. It's not like what you have. It's
numbers.
It's numbers as opposed to like a one that just kind of goes high and low. I don't know. So when we boil things, when it gets to a boil, I usually turn to 4.
It's got numbers.
It doesn't matter. You guys don't have to know about my oven. Yeah. But we love Pearl.
We'll give you a tour of Pearl eventually. I need to clean her, but I'm going to show you guys how to make a cleaner to clean your oven first. So I'm going to put this in the freezer.
Thought she said, okay.
Well, yeah, you are me. We're one. I'm going to clean this up while it's going. I'm going to show you guys really quickly how we fry our tortillas. It's super duper easy, and this is how we make our corn tortillas.
We only have 2 freezers. I know she's so meant to put it in the other freezer, but it's going to be in that one for now, and we'll move it later.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm going to show you guys how to fry a corn tortilla. We fry our own tortillas when we make tacos as well. So we'll show you really quickly how to do that.
We're going to make tortilla strips to go with our chicken tortillas.
Yeah. So I'm going to take you over the stove. Hey guys, so I have some tortillas. You guys know we bought some tortillas from Azure Standard that we've been keeping in the freezer, some corn tortillas. We were recently at our local carniceria, which is like a Mexican market, and they had some tortillas that I thought were quite interesting because they are 100% natural, no preservatives. These are from a company called El Milagro, which is in Georgia, but and you have to refrigerate them after you open them. But what I thought was interesting with these guys is there's literally just stone ground corn, water, lime, and calcium hydroxide, which is what you would make if you made your own tortillas. So there's no funky stuff in them, but I thought that was interesting. So we're going to be trying these tonight. But if you are looking for clean tortillas, because I know
before, right?
I've had these before. Yeah, I used to work with a company that did business with them, and they make really, really good tortillas and chips. But anyway, I used 4 of those, and I just cut them up so that they're like strips. So what I did is I cut my tortillas in half, and then I just ran a knife along that way. So my oil is hot, and I'm just going to chuck these in. If you're doing a whole tortilla to make like tacos, don't cut it up, obviously, and just put it in your oil. It's super duper easy and way less expensive and way tastier than those like store-bought shells. You know the ones I'm talking about?
I do know the ones you're talking about.
we don't like those. Thank you very much.
I was going to tell a story.
Not what you're
I won't tell very long. When we first got here, they have in Georgia, they have whole aisles that like a whole aisle that's dedicated to like those Taco Bell shells, which I mean every once in a while it's fine.
The pre-hardened shells.
Grew up, my mom taught me you fry your own shells, so I always fry my own shells. So I do buy tortilla chips for chips and salsa and things like that. We do fry our own sometimes, but for this recipe, it's the only way to go.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah. You can crumble up regular tortilla chips on top if you don't want to go this route, but this is way better. So these just cook long enough until you start to see them getting crispy and a little bit browned. They go from like perfect to getting really brown fast. So just kind of keep an eye on them. I have a bowl that I've just lined with a little bit of, I was going to call it tortilla. Paper towel is what that's called. And we just cook these until they're done and crunchy. If you want to throw a little salt on them when they come out, you can, but you don't have to. But I just thought these tortillas were interesting because we've been buying them from Azure. These were similar in price to what we ordered from Azure, and I like that you don't have to freeze them. Anyways, that's all. Okay. I'm going to go finish frying these up, and then we'll show you our final soup and how we plate it up. Okay. We'll be right back. think you love it. Oh, just kidding.
We don't plate it up, we bowl it up. It's soup.
It's soup.
I mean, they're so good. Then I'm going to give some of the dogs a burn.
So good, you're going to put them on the floor?
All right.
So our tortilla chips are like nice and crunchy. Oh, those are good, yeah.
I told you. Oh, see, it's not just me. Mine just happened to fall on the floor. Yours made it to the counter.
Those would make a mean taco. All right.
That would be a very small taco.
Lord.
We do tacos every week. We'll try.
We'll give them a try. So we have our tortilla strips, some avocado, cilantro, and just regular old jack cheese. I wanted the Colby jack cheese, but Sean's like, no, I want just regular jack. So that's what we did tonight. No.
I can
We're doing this tonight. Nope, it's already done. So we just do a couple big scoops. What I like about this one is it's substantial. It has a lot of meat and vegetables. I feel like sometimes when you get tortilla soup, you get like a lot of broth, a tiny like piece of chicken, and then just a bunch of tortilla chips and cheese on top.
And on this one, oh, it's getting hot.
I was gonna say it's probably hot.
It really comes out pretty well.
Yeah.
Oh, and then I kind of dip in to get some broth.
A little more broth.
Yeah, a little more broth. And we only have 2. Hey, this is my bowl.
Did you find the bay leaf?
I got the bay leaf. What we do with that is go make a wish and throw it away.
Yeah. Yum.
But it does make a big difference in it. So.
But it's substantial. That's what I like about it, and it has a lot of flavors. But you can kind of take things out or add things that maybe you need to clean out your fridge or whatever.
Only it's getting hot.
Well.
We only have 2 bowls because the third one that lives in this house is taking a nap.
Sleeping.
But he will be up pretty soon.
Teenagers, if you have some, you know what I mean. So we just like to do some tortilla chips on top of the little fried tortillas. A little bit of jack cheese, kind of sprinkled over it, however much you want.
And this is how much ever you want, yeah.
This is just a taste. Radishes would be good on here.
Oh, we do.
Avocado,
when we do our own garden,
green
we have
onion.
fresh radishes from our garden.
Yeah.
That's definitely a must. But I don't buy radishes because they come in this huge bunch. I don't use them enough. When we get them from our garden, we get a bunch. We use them for this, and we do roasted radishes. I'll show you that. Come garden.
Yeah.
We've got some fresh cilantro. We already have cilantro in here.
Do not put it on mine.
Oh, so now you got the one that had the bay leaf. Dang it.
I used to love cilantro, but then ever since I got the illness of 2021, it tastes like soap or foot. I'm not sure. It's not good. I can't stand it.
She can do it in recipes. So the
boiled in it is
cilantro
okay.
does go in, and she's okay with that.
But fresh?
It's like me too. Like she can do fresh carrots. I'm like, nah. But when they're cooked in something like this, it's one of my favorites. And it's our third one's favorite too. He loves it. He absolutely loves it. So I'll take this one over here that I put cilantro in.
Perfect. So
I guess she gets the wish for the bay leaf since it was in that bowl over there. But
thank you.
You're welcome.
So that's our tortilla soup recipe. I love it because it is a little bit of work up front. Shut up.
She's talking to the dog.
Always. What I like about it is a little bit of work up front, but honestly, it took us 30 minutes to do all this, and then you have a backup one that's, great.
That takes you 3 minutes.
You could do it in a crock pot too, by the way.
20 minutes because you got to cook it. So, I mean,
if you need to do it in a crock pot, just add your 8 cups of water and put your hunk of soup bag in there and just turn it on low all day, and you're set.
Yep.
All right, guys, we're gonna go eat our dinner, but thank you so much for watching. And if you give our tortilla soup a try, let us know. We appreciate it.
Thanks,
bye, guys.
Can't go this way. There's a big old box of wrapping paper stuff over here.
Who's ready for Christmas to be over? By the time you see this, it will be.